Look, one of those videos are coming to you soon. The other one, the July wrap up. I didn't read anything in July. The horror. I read 2 books. I finished the last book in the One Night Promise trilogy. I finished some other book. I DNF'd everything else because everything was sucking. Listen, let me tell you, the books I were picking up were all bad. And it was just pretty horrible. And I just kind of went to this reading slump and this YouTube slump. And I'm sorry that I am the way that I am. Mom and Dad, why would you do this to the people? Horrible. I'm really only feeling today because I had a spark. But a spark of, it didn't come that time either. A spark of motivation. Bam. And this is because I'm actually a penguin influencer now. Penguin teen, that type of influencer. Yeah. What's up? What's good? Your girl. She's kind of winning in life right now. She has to go to school Thursday though, so she's about to start losing soon. And so since you guys really like that video that I did about buying books that, you know, I should have known because I have like 23 cents in my bank account right now, I decided to do something that's like not at all similar but also kind of similar on the basis that it's like totally about books that I own and that I kind of hate. Well, not hate, but I'm all over the place right now. Books that I own and that I like, but books that I like not own. It doesn't have to be I own them, but books that I like and I don't think I should like them. So I thought, how should I start off this video? Because I did not at all plan this out. But I thought, what's the first book I should name in this video? You know? And I started thinking, what is a book series that has bad writing? That has bad diversity? That you should not like because it goes against every single thing that you stand for? And my mind immediately went, Sarah J. Maas books! What the? Listen, I don't hate Sarah. I did a whole video dedicated to her in the past. Well, kinda. It was like, you know, versus, whatever. Anywho, first of all, let me just say, the ACOTAR series, we have a love-hate relationship. I kinda hate the ACOTAR series. I mean, I always make this comparison because I am basic and I always like inspiration and creativity and originality. But listen, this is like the bad boyfriend that I know is going to cheat on me, that I know is just going to treat me so horribly, and I keep coming back for those little ounces of attention and like gratification that he gives me. So help me get out this relationship, guys. And then, you know, Throne of Glass. Throne of Glass is the series that made me start to... My dog's acting crazy. Throne of Glass is the series that made me start to love reading. Like, I would not be here today in front of you talking about books at all if it was not for this series. And it was just such a big part of my middle school childhood. Not my childhood, but like my middle school childhood, that those years where you thought you were a grown-up, where you thought you were the baddest bee on the block, where you thought you had it all figured out, but then when you look back on it, you were horrible and your friends were horrible and your life was just horrible. I know these books have huge issues. I can only name like one black person in the whole entire series. They die. Don't know if that's a spoiler. Maybe there's a spoiler, but it shouldn't be, because there shouldn't be only one black person. And then in this series, I just hate Farah. I don't think Farah is a bad person. She just irritates me all the time. Reasons, I've never been wet for Reason. I'm really sorry about that. He's just never been my guy, never been my cup of tea. But then I read Act Fast, and we all know how I feel about that. It just all went downhill. Like, woo! Like, it went rolling down. But Sarah J. Maas is actually Sarah J. Trash. But like cause to like. Because I'm also trash. I have never pretended to be anything else. Subscribe right now if you're trash. But also you should love yourself. Self-love, but also you're trash. You should subscribe. I went ahead and changed up the focus a little bit. I thought you would appreciate it if I wasn't all the way up in your face. So maybe you're welcome unless you really like that. I don't know. So the next series that I should not like because it's horrible, but yet here I am, is the Paper Princess trilogy. The Royals trilogy. I was wrong, it's called The Royals. Let me just summarize the series without trying to spoil you. So you have Ella Harper, right? Her mom just passed away from cancer. She's this teenage girl living on her own. Of course she needs to find some way to survive. And also she was trying to pay off her mom's medical bills because her mom has cancer, she can't work. So, you know, she just starts stripping. And let me just clarify, I have nothing against strippers or prostitutes. Sorry. I'm not sure how that sounds to you. But as far as I'm concerned, a bunch of men in the past decided that is immoral. And maybe it is. But either way, it's none of our business. So if you want to be a sex worker or anything like that, that is your business. Just take care of yourself and do what you gotta do. So, you know, she's a survivor, she's a stripper, but she's also kind of optimist. And then one day, this guy named Colin Royal is like, hey, your dad, my best friend. Like, that, it was my ride or die, my homie, my bro. You're gonna come live with me because I don't want to see you like this anymore. Stripping equals ill, bad. But rich life with me and the freaking not Hamptons, but almost like the Hamptons, good, lucrative, awesome. So, you know, begrudgingly she goes. And of course he has these sons, all sons, because who wants the hot girls? Lesbians don't exist. But all sons, all super hot, all wild, all crazy. And this is basically like reality TV in series form. Literally every single wild thing that can happen without it being fantasy happens in this series. It's very entertaining. I feel like if you go into it expecting bare minimum, well, I don't want to say bare minimum. I feel like sometimes it's kind of insulting, but it's also the truth sometimes. I don't know. I'm just a horrible person. But like, if you come in here not expecting a great, awesome romance, like, I don't know, Carry On, or if you come in here expecting a heartbreaking story like Eliza and Her Monsters, or if you're a John Green fan, The Fault in Our Stars. Read the Paper Princess series. It's horrible. Even like some of my really hard critics who cannot deal with a book that has any sort of issues ever read this series, they give it bad reviews and like bad ratings. And don't get me wrong, like, I give these books 2 stars, but loving to enjoy things that you know you should hate, it's like heroin. Next up, I have a book from another controversial author that I personally love. I do adore her, and she wrote my favorite book of all time, but she recently came out with a book that I loved so much, was so funny, but just looking back on it and how she explained this book as a whole probably wasn't the best. Listen, I love Malik. So Malik got their own book this year in April. I was there, I was reading it, finished this book in 2 days. It is really like one of the funniest books I've ever read. Another one of my favorite books that I think I can't cancel the book because I love it so much. So I have to cancel the author until she gets her life together. That is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. That is probably still the funniest book I read, but this is a really close second because I was cracking it up every single page. It was just a really nice sense of nostalgia for me. All these characters that I love and that we just don't really get to see anymore were in this book, just alive and partying and living it up, and I absolutely adored it. That being said, this book, the way that things happen and the way it is explained to how this happened and how we did not know about this happening. If you do not know, this book does take place in between the Moral Instruments series. You know, that series that was published literally 10 years ago. Like, over 10 years ago. I think it came out in, like, what, 2007? Yeah. Obviously, Cassandra Clare did not have this all planned out, but I still adored it anyways. Like, this is not a book that I should hate necessarily. It's just not a book I should love as much because as someone who wants to be a hard reviewer, like my friends here, boo! That book sucked! You should not like it! I would never want to review like that, actually. You should never tell someone that they should not like a book unless it has genuine issues, okay? Like, if you told me I should not like Sarah J Maas's books, yeah, I agree with you. Sarah J Maas! Next book I read is not a book that I loved, but a book that I thoroughly enjoyed despite having a couple issues and a couple just... Well, okay, let me backtrack. It is okay to predict what's going to happen in the series next. That's part of the fun, this whole entire theorizing, of course, but sometimes things are too obvious and that's where you draw the line. When I say it is okay to predict the things that's going to happen in the book, that's not bad because literally that means that the author is making those stepping stones and it's not just this thing that's outlandish and doesn't make any sense. Like, no, they're doing their job, they're doing it right. But then there's like cliche stuff and okay, we totally saw this coming stuff, and that's when it gets a little problematic. And that's what I had with this book by an author that I think is not that great. By how she has displayed herself in the past, I will explain that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to tell you guys, it is Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. Listen, Emily A. Duncan, I should like totally Emily A. Duncan do not read. Oh, roasted, boom. So Wicked Saints, mediocre book to be honest. I gave it 3 stars. I had a fun time towards the end. I did predict the whole entire book. Like, yeah, some little curveballs in there. But, you know, overall, like, the huge plot twist, saw that totally coming. Whatever. Anywho. I can totally talk about books for a long period of time. Emily Duncan. Why did I say that she's kind of a jerk? There was a whole entire drama on book Twitter when pretty much these authors were shipping incest on Game of Thrones. Sansa and Jon Snow, they're related to each other. That's all I really need to know about that. Emily A. Duncan, I'm not sure if she was a shipper or not, but she was definitely mocking the people that were very upset about that, who had concerns about that. And then the thing that made me like, what the heck with her, was pretty much she said that bad reviews on her books do not matter as much because, you know, she may have 500 2-star ratings on Goodreads, but that doesn't really matter, and it's not legitimate because only 140 people actually left a review on it. That's a no. To me, that's like undermining the whole entire reading and thoughts and opinions of the reader. Not everyone has an easy time expressing their thoughts and opinions. I do not have an easy time expressing my thoughts and opinions. You do not have to feel the same way I do at all, but that's why I feel the way that I feel. So yeah, so I took like a 15-minute interval to respond to the outside world and get this and you know, think about other books that I loved but just should have hated, and didn't find anything else. So there's that. I hope to see you next week when you will definitely get a video. No issue with that. You will definitely be getting it, okay? That is no issue. Okay, don't worry about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate every single like, comment, view, anything. I love you. I love you all. You are my babies and my little sugar bookas and my little sugar plums, and I adore you, and I hope to be doing a giveaway soon, so keep your eyes out for that because I have things I would like to celebrate. I need a spoon or a knife, or they use a fork, right? Like, it's ASMR Aaryn. She wants to see you guys next time, and she loves you. She already said that, but she said like more videos and easy